Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. So today's topic is going to be life of a PRN nurse because I am a PRN nurse. So let me give you a little bit of background information. I work in two places. One is the hospital and the other one is an outpatient surgery center. I was working at the outpatient surgery center for about 2 years, 2 years as a full-time, and then once I had my daughter, when she turned a year, then I went PRN. Who was watching my daughter when I was working full-time for that 1 year that she was born? My in-laws were actually, my husband and I were thinking about putting her into daycare because we didn't want to have to bother anybody, especially my in-laws. They both work. My mother-in-law is a nurse and she has a weird schedule. She wakes up usually at 10:30 or 11, well 10-ish, 10:30. She gets ready and she leaves the house usually at 11 p.m. and she gets to work at 12 and she gets off at 8:30. So she has kind of that weird schedule. And my father-in-law also worked, but his schedule was kind of random. Like he would leave, they just kind of put him wherever. Like he'll be like the evening shift and then he'll be the night shift. So, and it was kind of hard for them to ask if they could watch my daughter, but they were actually the one that came up to my husband and I and said, hey, we'll watch your daughter for a year to try to help you guys out. You know, daycare is ridiculously expensive. Now, I've talked to some of my nurse friends and they said they would pay around $1,000 or $800 to $1,000 for their daycare. Now, I don't know how much it costs in your place, but I live in the South and that's ridiculous. And I guess it depends on where you want to take your daughter, but that's probably how much I would be spending if I took her, because I just want to have peace of mind and take her to a good place. We did think about possibly having a babysitter come to the house, but I don't know, that's just kind of weird. So we're just kind of blessed that my in-laws were able to watch her. Now, back to the story. So, after I was a PRN for a year, I actually got another job at the hospital. It is in a specialty area. I guess it's the same thing that what I do in the outpatient center. But pretty much they're open from 7 till 4:30. And I was working there 2 days a week, 2 days a week there, and 1 to 2 days at the outpatient center. So I was working 3 to 4 days a week. So pretty much I was kind of working as a full-time, which is nice. My in-laws did watch my daughter as much as possible. I only let them watch her for about a day out of the week. My husband works 7 on, 7 off. So I work around his schedule, and if I do pick up extra that he's working, then I would ask my in-laws if they could watch her. Okay, so today is Wednesday and it's actually my husband's Friday, but this is also his call week, so I'm not sure if he's gonna come home tonight, because usually when it's his call week and his work week, he comes home really late. Sometimes I don't even see him till the next day. Story time, his last on call, I only saw him come home Monday morning, like around 11, almost 12 a.m. And he slept in the car for an hour, and then he left and went back to the hospital because he got called in, sorry. And then he didn't come back. I didn't see him till Tuesday. So pretty much I didn't see him till Tuesday when he got off from work again. But anyways, today is his last day, and I have my daughter today, and as a PRN, both works can call me and see if I'm available to work. And today, the outpatient center charge nurse, she called me and asked if I could come in today because one of the nurses called in, but unfortunately, since I have my daughter, I couldn't come in. Now, as a PRN nurse, I do feel bad because I get excellent overall reviews, except they say they wish that I could be more flexible with my schedule, and pretty much that makes me feel bad because I went PRN so that, you know, I can work around my family's schedule, and for them to kind of say that to me, it's like I try to fulfill as many days that they want me to work. Like I said, I work 2 days in the hospital already and 1 to 2 days at the outpatient center. And I feel like that's a lot for a PRN nurse already. And I don't know, but pretty much I couldn't come in today. It just kind of made me feel bad because, I mean, the outpatient center, we have maybe like 3 PRNs, so they could call the other PRNs. In the hospital that I work in, I'm the only PRN, so they're kind of screwed if I can't come in. So that kind of makes me feel bad because I want to be a team player, but I also have to put my family first. And if no one can take care of my daughter, then I can't go as much as I want to. Now, I'm the type of person that I want to be able to do everything. My husband says, you know, you went PRN, you shouldn't be worried about working so much. But I'm the type of person that I want to be able to do it all. I want to be able to work. I want to be able to be a mom and a good wife for my husband. I know it's kind of stretching me thin, but I just feel guilty if I can't pull my weight. I know for some people, I know I've talked to some of my coworkers and said, I don't know. What am I? I'm just jibber jabbering now. They should have one coworker says, well, your husband can pick up your slack. But like I said, I want to be a team player and I want to be able to pull my own weight. Okay, so let's talk about some of the pros of being a PRN nurse. So one of the pros of being a PRN nurse is you are able to work in your schedule. Whenever you want to work, you can work. Well, not necessarily whenever you want to work. Whenever there is a need and you are available, you are able to work. That's one of the pros. Another pro is it pays more as a PRN nurse. You don't have any benefits, of course, so of course you're going to get paid more. But the hospital, to be honest, I was really surprised because I thought that the outpatient center would be way less because it's, you know, clinic than the hospital, which is a big company. But I am making more at the outpatient center than in the hospital. Right now, my PRN pay in the hospital was actually my base pay when I was full-time at the outpatient clinic. And then I got a 20% increase in the outpatient clinic when I went PRN. So it was $6 more as a PRN in the outpatient center than me working as a PRN in the hospital. So that's something that you should look at. Don't let people say that you make less in a clinic. Well, I guess it depends on what type of clinic you work at, but I am in a specialty clinic, which we do outpatient surgeries. I guess I've never worked in a regular doctor's office, so I don't know if that's the same if you compare the pay with the hospital and a regular doctor's clinic. Well, I'm not judging or anything. I'm not trying to say anything, but this is just from my experience. I know there's a lot of people that are kind of touchy about how much they make, so I'm just telling you about what my experience is. So that's one of the pros. Some of the cons that I can think of as a PRN nurse is that there are days that when you come in and you get sent home. Like, for example, when I was at the hospital, I guess because it was during the COVID time, I would come in at 7:30 and the earliest that they sent me home was 9 o'clock. And that was actually me staying 20 minutes more because I did some computer work. So I didn't just waste my time coming to the hospital. And it's just difficult because I dropped off my daughter at my in-laws and they live 30 minutes away from the hospital I was working in, so I had to pick her back up and then go back home. So I didn't like that part. I guess that's just what you sign up for as a PRN. Another con as a PRN is you feel like you're constantly lost all the time because they just kind of put you everywhere. Now in the hospital, they put me everywhere. Not everywhere like in different units, but since I'm a specialized nurse, there's different areas in that unit and I pretty much go around over there. Another con is you get stuck with places you don't want to work at, or from other PRN nurses that I work with, they said that they get like the most difficult patients, the patients that the other nurses do not want. Well, that's what they told me. I guess that's like bedside nursing, so I don't really have to worry about that. But just that, like constantly feeling lost all the time, especially I work in 2 places, so different charting, different way of doing things, different rules and regulations. Let's see, so another con that I can think of is, of course, since you're a PRN, you're not guaranteed work. Like at the hospital, I work in a specialty area, so they didn't need me. Pretty much they canceled all elective surgeries, meaning they didn't need me. And I was just thankful that my other work, which is the outpatient surgery center, they were still open, so I was able to pick up some days there. Not as much as I would like, but at least I managed to be able to pick up some days. So also as a PRN nurse, another con is change of frequent assignments. I think I've already went through this earlier. So I had to cut off because I was trying to cook my tinola. I'll show it to you later. I wish actually I was able to show you me cooking the tinola, but I got busy this morning. I had to get rid of the trash because it's trash day today. So back to what I was saying. So frequent changing of assignments. You pretty much have to fill in where they need you. At the outpatient center, I'm everywhere. If that day the nurse that was supposed to be doing the pre-op or the post-op or the intro isn't there, then that's where I'm at. But usually I'm the intro nurse anyways. And I already told you about in the hospital, they pretty much put me wherever. Also, since I'm a PRN nurse, it's short notice. So like today, they asked if I could come in today. I would have loved to, but I couldn't because of childcare. And of course, you get no benefits at all. So that's one of the major downfalls, meaning I have to set up my own retirement from whatever money that I generate in throughout the month. I try to set aside a portion of it into our savings and for my personal IRA account. And what else? I think that's it for now. If I think of any more, then I'll let you know. But since I want to add on to the content, I just finished feeding my daughter and myself as well. I wish that I was able, like I said, to show you what I cooked, which is tinola. I'm Filipino, by the way. And my daughter and my husband, they're obsessed with sinigang. That's their most favorite dish. And to be honest, I'm getting tired of it. But this is the tinola that I made earlier. Okay, so what's in there is usually I like to cook with chicken thighs with bone in it. But at the market, you know, you get what you can get, and they didn't have that. So I ended up using just 5 pieces of chicken legs. And I did two pieces of chicken breast because it just doesn't, anything that has chicken in it and there's no bone, it just seems to be so dry. So my husband and I prefer stuff with bone on it, so I use the drumstick. We don't like the skin on it, so I always tend to take the skin and the extra fat off it. So there is no skin on the drumsticks. The drumsticks on there. And this is the mix that I bought. It's Mamacita Tinola Ginger Soup Base. I got this at the Asian market. I live in the South, so there's not much Asian markets here. There's only maybe 2 or 3. So this is what I got. So pretty much you just, well, how I do it, there's other people that do it different, but I just put ginger, onion, and garlic. I saute it in oil, and then I put in the chicken breast and the chicken legs, and I kind of saute it to kind of brown it up some more. I don't know why I always brown meat up first. Do you guys do that? Tell me if you guys do that. But you know, I just read somewhere that especially like beef, if you sear it first before you do any stews or soup, it kind of helps keep the, I don't know what I'm talking about, but just tell me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of just what I saw somewhere. It kind of helps retain the taste. I don't know. But I just been doing it. I don't know. It's just a habit, I guess. And then I put in just water and this mix. I have a big pot here, so I like it really tasty. So I put about 2 packs of this. And I usually put some fish sauce on the soup to give a little bit more taste. But today I forgot, so I just solely relied on the ginger and this mix to give the flavor. If they want, they can put, well, my husband, if he wants, he can just put fish sauce on the side. That's the little Asian thing. I didn't put any salt or pepper. So okay, after I let the soup boil, then I'll put in my veggies on there, like sayote. I don't know what that is in English. It's a type of vegetable, and people also use papaya. I've used that before, but I prefer the sayote. And other greens that they can put in the soup is malunggay. I usually put malunggay, but I didn't have any malunggay, so I ended up using spinach. There's other folks that put sili leaves, which is like, I think it's like chili leaves. I'm not really sure. And some people put bok choy. Whatever green I guess will work, but that's pretty much what I put in there. Let it boil, get it soft, and that's it. I don't usually put salt or pepper to chicken tinola because the taste of the packet and the fish sauce gives it plenty of taste already, but since I didn't put fish sauce on there, it's not really that salty. I don't know how to describe chicken tinola, but I wish I had showed you how I made it. So I have a little extra content, but I think that's it for now. If you would like to know more about, I just do random vlogging about my daily life, a little bit of nursing, and I guess I'll do some cooking. If you guys have any questions, just comment down below. I would love if you can subscribe to my channel and help support me and give me a thumbs up. All right, see you guys later. Bye.